Okay, so this next thing I'm going to show you about multiplying polynomials is something that's been taught to algebra classes for years and years and years. And it wasn't actually until last year that I realized that we really don't have to teach this. But I am going to show it to you just because I feel that it is a good way to remember and check and make sure you've multiplied everything. Now, this pretty much only works for, excuse me, I'm going to move my mic for a sec. This pretty much only works for multiplying two binomials. And a binomial is, when you have something that's like, x minus 2 times 3x plus 8, right? Those are binomials, right? And so when you're multiplying two of them, and the mnemonic device is called FOIL. And it stands for first, outside, inside, last. So basically what it means, and then is you multiply your first terms together. These are my first terms. Then you multiply your outside terms together, which would be this one and this one. And then your inside terms, which would be these two. And then your last terms, which are these. So like I said, to me that almost seems more confusing, but for some of you this might really work. So we're gonna do this first, all right? So I'm gonna do a couple examples with you on this, all right? And this is FOIL. I'm gonna write it up here. FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. My first terms are 2y times 3y. And then my outside terms are 2y times 5. And those are going to be positive because you have a positive times positive. My inside terms are negative 7 and 3y. So negative 7 and then 3y. I'll just leave that like that. And then my last terms are minus 7 and 5. And so you can kind of see as you go through this that this is a lot like what I taught you in the last lesson. It's just the order is different. And so this just kind of gives you a different prescribed order. So we'll do a couple problems like that with this order, and then you can basically decide which one you want to use and what works best for you. So 2y times 3y is 6y squared. 2y times 5 is 10y. Negative 7 times 3y is negative 21y. And then negative 35 is what you get when you multiply negative 7 and 5. Let's combine our y's. So I got positive 10 and negative 21. That is going to give me negative 11y. So 6y squared minus 11 minus 35. All right, let's try a few more. All right, first terms, x times x. That gives me x squared. Outside terms, 3 times negative 4 gives me... I screw this up too when I do this. Those aren't the outside terms. These are the outside terms. X times negative 4, so minus 4x. Inside terms, 3 times x plus 3x. And then now my last terms is what I always confuse outside with. It's 3 times negative 4, which is minus 12. So let's combine those two terms. Negative 4 and 3 give you negative 1, so just minus x minus 12. Okay, let's try this one. First terms, 4b and 3b gives me 12b squared. All right. Outside terms would be 4b and 2. Try not to make the same mistake I made last time. Gives me 8b. Inside is negative 5 and 3b, so that would give me minus 15b. And then my last terms are going to be negative 5 and 2, which gives me negative 10. You're multiplying in all these cases. It's 12b squared, 8b and negative 15b give me negative 7b minus 10. And then there you go. All right, let's try another one. This will be our last one. 2y times y is 2y squared. Outside terms, 2y times negative 6 gives me negative 12y. Inside terms, negative 5 times y gives me minus 5y. Last terms, negative 5 times negative 6 gives me positive 30. Combine, so you got 2y squared, and you got negative 12y and negative 5y, which can be negative 17y plus 30. And There you go.